So
I'm saying the thing's reality.
let me read this stat to you. This is not baseball or football related. Okay, this is about your weight.
Oh,
This is from Eric Reynolds, our buddy Keto50. He reposted this nutritionist. I don't know who it was, but it was some dude that was on Joe Rogan's show, right? And-
your friend Slim Goodbody?
Oh yeah, it was Slim Goodbody. You remember that dude?
Oh, it's that John Bastow, Fitness Made Simple?
It was a guest on the Rogan podcast, but my buddy reposted it, who's a health guru, right? So there's got to be some truth to this because a professional in the diet world posted it. At least I like to think. But the guy says the average American is fatter than the average American pig. And Joe Rogan starts to laugh like, yeah, that's a joke. That's really funny.
Meaning like when you call someone, like, look at that guy's a pig, you're saying that's an insult to pigs now?
Yes, because the average American man has 28% body fat. You writing this down?
I am 28%.
The average American woman has 40% body fat. That's pretty high,
that's
man.
Boobs and cheeks included,
Boobs and
though.
cheeks. And
That's
yeah,
like natural.
hey,
That's
I'm not
fine.
hating. I like
Women have
plenty
more
to
fat
grab
than
onto, right? Whole lot of rosy, as AC/DC said. I ain't hating.
Yeah, but you're thinking Rosie O'Donnell.
I'm just stating. I'm not complaining. I'm just explaining. So again, the average American is fatter than the average American pig. Average man, 28% body fat. Average American woman, 40% body fat. The average American pig, 15 to 25% body fat.
That's why bacon's so good.
I know, but it is weird to hear, right? Just because it's pig, right? Like, oh, man, we're more pigs than pigs. That's
Take
horrible.
a look at her. She's a slob.
You know, I never really knew what the percentage of a pig's body fat was, but apparently ours is a lot worse.
Let me tell you, what is it, 10 to 15%?
No, 15 to 25.
That's actually a very difficult percentage to get as a male.
So
It's hard. That's abs showing if you're 15% body fat as a man.
As I break that down, I got to tell you about this Tom Brady diet. Apparently, Caleb Williams began the Tom Brady TB12 diet. Could you, would you, should you?
Danny G, you found this, and we were saying how it looks like it's given up a lot.
Yeah.
Right?
Now, Caleb Williams started this diet last season.
Yeah.
So he's into it. This list is long.
So
He's still doing it?
Yep.
since starting the diet, he can no longer eat. Some of it's pretty fair. He can no longer eat dairy. Like for a guy like me, that's perfect because you don't want me eating dairy anyway.
Hold on. Well, now, hold on. For you, maybe, but
Yeah.
know what I immediately think of? Ever, have a nice little slice of pepper jack on a sandwich or having a little
No.
scoop of ice cream at the end of the
Dairy.
day?
Wait,
No
Covino,
milk?
what were you getting at there? It's good if you
I'm
avoid dairy?
lactose intolerant, so the less dairy I have, the better off you are.
Pepper Jack has a slice of 6 grams of fat.
Yeah, so no dairy.
Know that off the top of my head.
That's milk, cheese, yogurt, or ice cream.
And a lot of people feel better without dairy.
Yeah, it's true. Especially it affects your sinuses.
That
It
being
affects
said,
a lot.
non-fat Greek yogurt is a good source of protein.
So again, he can no longer have, this is part of the TB12 diet, milk, cheese, yogurt, or ice cream.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Sounds like a lot of fun.
No beer, wine, or alcoholic beverages.
Alcohol is horrible for your body.
True.
It's poison. It's
Yeah,
poison for your body.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, just smoke weed instead.
yeah.
If you need to,
Yeah.
if you need to get a high, take an edible.
We can hinder your muscle growth.
Okay, here's another tough one. Ready?
Science.
Here's another thing, and it makes you wonder, well, what is he surviving on?
Moss.
I know.
And hold on,
What is he eating?
It's
Lichens.
crazy.
Lichens,
we're-
seaweed.
Guys, we're only up to the second bullet point here, and I'm not
Pond
joking.
scum.
As this goes on and on, I'm like, what does he eat? Because so far we can't eat. So far, Tom Brady
No dairy.
is not eating
No
milk,
beer,
cheese,
and
beer, no alcohol. This next one, it cancels out a bunch of things. No bacon, no sausage. So the guy's not having breakfast meats.
High
No
fat.
deli meats, which means the guy's never having like turkey or ham sandwich.
High sodium.
What about the gabagool?
Spot, what about turkey bacon?
Turkey bacon depends. Could be high in sodium. Very lean though.
But
No gabagool.
no red meat. So
Gabagool.
no bacon or sausage, no deli meats or red meat. So the guy's not having steak. He's not having a turkey sandwich for lunch or a ham sandwich, and he's not having bacon or sausage with like eggs in the morning. Or
At
anything.
least he can have a bagel, right?
No, because
Bagels are the worst thing.
the
ever.
next
do
thing, no bread. So again, no carbs really. No bread, no pasta, cereal, or baked goods.
Okay.
So there goes your bagel idea.
Sounds like a fun morning.
Finagle the bagel.
But at least he could have some like salt and vinegar chips or like a cookie or
No,
something, right?
no. Funny you say that. No prepackaged snacks,
I agree
chips,
with that.
cookies.
What if they're like wasabi peas or those snap peas that are like dried out and tasty, salted?
Well,
Could be high in
no
sodium.
white sugar, no refined sugars.
Yeah.
Now, if you're thinking, maybe you could stop by the bakery, no
Yeah,
cakes,
right.
no pastries, no candy.
What about some
What about
coffee?
gluten-free?
sugar?
Now, you could say, maybe you could go in the yard, pick a couple cherry tomatoes off. Nope, no tomatoes, no eggplant.
You forgot no wheat, rye, and barley. You forgot that. That's huge. You think you're doing something good. Like, I'll have the wheat toast.
Wheat,
Nope.
rye, and barley.
No
So
wheat, no rye, no barley. No beans, lentils, chickpeas, or soy
See,
products.
I have a problem there.
No
Like-
potatoes?
Yeah, don't
Well,
skip around because now you're skipping a lot.
Hold on to your
Nutritionist-
potatoes, Dr. Jones.
Nutritionist Spot over here. Tell us why possibly nightshades might be bad for your body.
It could cause inflammation. I don't know.
Eggplant, tomato. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's an inflammation issue,
Yeah.
which didn't stop people living
No.
in like Mediterranean areas in the Middle East from eating those foods for thousands of years.
No oils, no canola, soybean, or refined vegetable
Those are
oil.
bad. So bad
No
for
trans
everyone.
fats. No.
Oh, well, hold on. Now we're getting political.
Well, Maha, Make America Healthy Again says don't eat those seed oils.
Seed oil.
Maha!
Here's another.
stay away from
This is another part of the Tom Brady diet. This is tough. No coffee or caffeinated treats.
That's horrible.
Teas,
Coffee?
no energy drinks.
Well, because they
I'm surprised. Why not black coffee? I thought that
'cause
was.
it diminishes your then you have spikes in your energy. So you just have to keep a steady level of energy.
No wonder
packaged-
why Giselle divorced him. He seems like no fun to hang with.
No
miserable.
packaged fruits, juices, and certain fruits. No table salt. No MSG. What does the garden have to do with this?
Tommy, take me to dinner.
No MSG.
Sorry, honey,
no
we can't go
Knicks
out.
games.
We'll have lettuce leaves.
No Chinese restaurants.
And by the way, that is again
Tell me,
what
what are we
Caleb
eating for
Williams
dinner tonight?
began.
What if you have Panda Express while you're at Madison Square
No,
Garden?
none of that. But honestly, here's the better question. Tell me what I can eat. Because to me, that's everything that you would go for. That's Tom Brady's TB12 diet, what you can no longer eat. And Caleb Williams has been doing that since last year. Dude, what is left?
I admire
Seafood?
Tom. I admire
Seafood, is that it?
I admire-
Avocado, chicken.
I was gonna say I admire Tom, but it seems like listen. Anytime any of us in this room has tried to trim up, we know the usual suspects: chicken, salmon, fresh vegetables, fresh
avoid
berries.
carbs and
like
sugars
these
and,
are-
and alcohol, right? Those are we even said that at our lunch with our bosses. Those are the three killers right there if you're trying to stay fit. Sugars, carbs, and alcohol. Stay away from all of that.
yeah.
But this is next level discipline, and honestly, why Tom Brady is who he is. So if you want to follow the blueprint, it's right there. And I give Caleb Williams all the props in the world for saying, yeah, there is a blueprint to greatness. This is what Tom Brady does. I'm going to try it out.
Speaking of props, what's the Carrot Top workout? You see that guy lately?
He's ripped.
Yeah, he's
And he's like
always been ripped,
170 years old, that guy.
Steroids and hammers.
Yeah.
Question. Of this list of Tom Brady's that Caleb Williams is now on, and now Caleb Williams is going to win 7 Super Bowls, writings on the wall,
Hey, at least he's
trying.
doing his body right, and that was part of Tom Brady's success, his longevity.
If you ask me what's the hardest here on the list, I think realistically, as grown men with a little discipline, you can avoid a lot of these things. But I think the toughest things here to avoid.
Cakes, pastries, and candies.
No,
For you, prepackaged snacks.
Nah, I was gonna say coffee for sure. Coffee or tea or any type of
Coffee.
I would say coffee.
Really? I thought you were going to see the bread
I
pasta
think
category.
I could avoid that if I wanted to. I think
Bread's tough.
coffee, dairy, and like the deli meats or bacon, like processed meats, like jerky's not even good for you. They say. Like I just read an article about like heart disease, like jerky. I used to think like a beef jerky was a good alternative, but
High in
not.
sodium.
Yeah, so
How about no beans? We live in Southern
Yeah.
California. We think we're eating kind of healthy when we go to El Pollo Loco.
That I have a problem with that. The lentils, beans, legumes thing. Like I would think that's. I think a lot of nutritionists would say that is healthy for you, but
feel
there's
like
something
this
with
is-
like bloating.
This
and-
is anti-Mexican, if you ask me.
Yeah.
No beans.
Racist.
No way, Jose.
I
Yeah,
love
this is
beans.
racist. This is a racist diet.
I still think beans are good for you.
Just kidding. Yeah, no, man, that's really, really tough. So that's
What
the
would be what would be,
TB12 diet.
What would be the toughest for you guys? For me, I think it's honestly the dairy category, like the bacon and sausage category, and coffee. Those that like I'm really just thinking like a nice breakfast on the weekend. Don't you
Yeah.
enjoy?
Even table salt. So if he's limited to chicken and veggies and fish and what else do you say, Sam? That we
Well, I don't think.
You can't have salt at all,
Well,
according to his
you
diet.
eventually, and I had to do this when I had my heart issues, you eventually decondition your palate to salt. So, like,
Wow.
if anybody ever eats my food, it's always undersalted.
Yeah,
And I have you have to cook for other people.
That's a bland living right
Well,
there.
it was
Yeah.
Change it.
egg was not on the list. Like
No.
he still because egg is a part of like egg, avocado, chicken. Those are
I
like
think though I can get by on a lot of those. Those are some of my favorites. But
high
I
in
do-
protein, low in fat.
I do think at some point you'll really have a craving for coffee or ice cream or some type of cheese
But it comes
like
down
dairy
to
or
this, though,
something.
Rich. Yeah, balance, Danielson, right? It's all about balance.
If you could do this a little bit, you're in
But,
good shape.
yeah, is it really worth – is your happiness more important than being fit like Tom Brady?
No.
That's really what it comes down to. It's like, are you really enjoying yourself if you're this committed? You're not Caleb Williams.
I think for a lot of people, if you just cut out like beer, you cut out soda, you're gonna see results
No doubt.
after
You're
3 weeks
You're
plus.
100%
you know?
right.